Hi everyone, Ray from Pro String with another racket restringing tutorial. On this tutorial, I'll be doing a tennis racket. Not the best of the West. Not the best from the West, should I say. It's an intermediate kind of racket. It's not a, it says full graphite. It is full graphite, I guess. It's not the worst racket, but at the same time, it's not the best. It is a Babolat E-Sense comp. I guess comp for composition type of material within the graphite, I believe. Don't quote me. But yes, I believe that's what it stands for. But anyway, nonetheless, client has requested the Pro String Pure Multi-Filament, our own home brand, which we produce in Austria. All right. As most Babolat rackets, 6 holes in the bottom, 3 loops. Therefore, that means we start from the top. That is right. So we're going to cut our mains. It's going to be a 2-piece job, 4 knots as to a 1. 4 knots hold much better tension on a tennis racket where you're stringing at much higher tensions, and bigger head sizes lose tension quicker generally comparing to squash and badminton racket. But anyway, two strings in the middle, 8 to each side. Excuse me, 18 by 16 19 stringing pattern, if I'm not mistaken. 100 square inch, definitely. Doesn't say the no, it doesn't say the stringing pattern, but I'm almost certain it's a 16-19 as most Babolats. So we've got 2 to each side. It's definitely 16 on the mains anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 8. 8 to each side. 8 plus 8 is, you got it, 16. Excuse me. Not the best moment to start coughing, but hey. Excuse me. I have my earpods on, so that may sound like you guys were drinking out of the bottle. Right. 55 pounds of tension, guys. Client wants a balance of control and power, which is 55 on a racket like this. My habit is to tighten that. You'll find yourself a little gap between, only a tiny one. If you're doing, at least if you're mounting the racket appropriately onto the machine, you'll find a little gap after pulling your first main. Leave that as it is. I've actually just changed my ways a little bit on that. I just found out that I should not be touching the frame after pulling the first main. A very well-known international stringer, Richard Parnell, let me know. Stumbled across one of my videos and kindly let me know. I'm happy to take on board all feedback, guys. If you're somebody that has a lot of experience, or is somebody that's a better stringer than myself, or whatever it might be, even if you're not and you just know a lot about this kind of stuff, feel free to add a comment or feedback. Always welcome. Just don't be an ass about it. I am just trying to put a lot of content out there for you guys that might be looking for a specific racket and it might not be online. First, guys, 3 strings to each side. Remember that, compensating your tensions to each side. Don't just do one side and then the other. You risk damaging the racket or deforming it. So be careful with that. Just watch that out. 13th of March 2024. I think we're coming up to 11 a.m. 10:53 a.m. 6. So as you've seen, I've done 3 to each side. Continued with another 3, which gives me 6 on this side. I therefore now go to the other side. No, don't finish the other side. Go back to the other side where there's 3. Be kind to your racket if you want to keep it for a long time. And son of a gun. Got myself a little knot there. And all done. String sometimes has a mind of its own. So this is a really nice multi-filament string, not just because it's our own brand, Like I said, we produce in Austria. Doesn't fray like other good multi-filaments. It does fray towards the end. We do offer large discounts for clubs, players, stringers, you name it. But retail price for a 200 meter reel is £150. But we drop our price significantly for clubs, players, stringers, anybody affiliated heavily to tennis, whether you're a player or somebody making money from the sport in itself. Try to encourage stringers to buy good strings for good prices, which will put more money in your pocket, but at the same time still good strings on your clients' rackets. This is our best seller by far. I barely have people asking anymore for Technifiber X1 Biphase, Wilson NXT Power. So I've upped the tension, guys, 15%. You can go up to 20, 15 to 20%. Recommendable. Parnell knot. I'll try to slow it down. I am in automatic mode right now. I have a lot of rackets, guys. I got a lot of rackets. I probably got close to 10 or 12 left over yesterday when I finished up the day. I normally have to stop myself at 11 p.m. to have a half decent rest. I'm not going to bed too late. I'm up at anywhere between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. with the kids every morning. Yeah, again, up the tension, 15 to 20%. Again, I'm just in automatic mode. I'm not trying to impress anybody by stringing quickly. It's just something that is in a habit now. So down, around, and through. First single simple knot, and then through my first knot, the loop of my first knot. This is called Parnell knot. The guy I was just mentioning at the first, what should I say, the gentleman that I was just mentioning at the start of the video, is Richard Parnell, hence Parnell knot. He's the one that invented it, and I believe he may even have a patent on it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 full lengths of the racket. In case you can't see the full racket, let's say. I'm going to get a little bit closer now, zoom in a little bit, make your view a bit better for the crosses. Find it tends to help. Doesn't matter which side we start our crosses on, I'd imagine. And there's nothing here indicating. Babolat like to have a little circle around the grommet if you do need to start on a specific side. This racket is a cheaper, it's intermediate, upper intermediate quality, I would say. It's not the lowest, it's not the highest. So yeah, there you have it. We are coming up to tennis season, despite the weather being crap. Yeah, I wanted to say it, but just in case there's young ears around, I watch what I say. But anyway, stringing one in front, what does that mean? Always weaving 2 strings, because it makes the weave much easier. Like I've mentioned in other videos, this Pro String Pure Multi-Filament sometimes can be a bit sticky. I'm just going to be ultra careful on my first 3-4 crosses. I'm going to pull it down nice and slowly, no rush, and pull my first cross. There you have it. Same tension for both sides, or should I say mains and crosses. 55 pounds of tension. As you can see, I'm always pushing my string down, avoiding at all costs any friction and the unnecessary friction. Obviously, even at this, still causing friction, but at least it's the healthiest type of friction that you can have. guessing this is probably quite a light racket, and they tend to be cheaper. 275. Okay, 275. So this racket's actually decent for a beginner, someone who's playing more recreationally, with no fence, maybe for a lady, for a man as well. No harm done if you're a beginner. I do recommend for most males, even if they are beginners, unless they really struggle with strength or something like that, I always recommend 300 gram racket. No more than 300 gram racket typically. But it's all about preference though as well, guys. But I mean, within reason, there are some good recommendations that we can do. If you can, just a little word of advice as well, always try before you buy. Wherever you might be listening from, speak to your local shop, club, see if they offer a demo program. They'll often obviously charge you the full value as a deposit of the racket and then charge you a small demo fee. Some places may not. I charge £20 per day, £20 for 5 days, but I do give you 50% back off of anything spent on demoing, if you do decide to go ahead with a purchase through us. If you don't decide, if you try a bunch of rackets and you decide that you don't want to buy anything through us for whatever the reason, that's also fine. But unfortunately, you do lose your all your demo fee money, unfortunately. When it comes to demos, we have to keep restringing them, keep the strings nice and healthy so it feels as best as possible as well. The demo program is quite popular with Pro String, so we do find ourselves stringing the demos frequently. But it is what it is, part of the business, and it is a service that we do provide. If you're just a racket restringing company, you will struggle to get... I had a few demos until not too long ago, and I've now partnered with a large retail company in the UK. Which are giving me a very good deal. And of course, I now have a whole bunch of the latest demos. However, it does come at a bit of a price as well, so yeah, that's why we charge for the demos, at least to cover our expenses with strings and so on. Don't know if you guys have noticed, but sorry, I'm just going to get rid of this excess string on the knot. In case you guys haven't noticed, every time I pull the string or tighten the string, however you want to say it, I support the string that I'm pulling by not letting it go down, but I'm not at the same time pushing very hard. I'm just giving it a little bit of support so it doesn't come down. Reason being, you want all the strings to be as straight as possible every time you finish a racket. If you're having, it's very normal at the beginning and very common to have a whole bunch of strings all over the place when you finish your first few rackets. But at the same time, it's a very simple detail, but at the same time very important. That way you're not stringing a racket well, or as well as you can, and then the tension when you move all your strings around when you finish, you might have a kilo or two of tension dropping. So be careful with that. If there's anything you guys would like me to talk about in future videos, something I can help you guys with, just let me know. Drop us a message in the comment boxes or box, and I'll try my best to get back to you ASAP, or make a video with something that you guys are asking me to do, which I'd be more than happy to do if I can cater for that. So yeah, please, if there's any questions, anything, I'll try my best to answer them. Anything you want to know about Pro String or strings or whatever it is, we do give out free samples, but you need to pay for the shipping. When I started it, everybody wanted free string, and I was so excited to have my own brand, and so on. I just gave it away for nothing. And in fact, I would contact people and just ask them if it was okay for me to send them string and stuff. But I find that sometimes people devalue certain things when you're chasing them and just giving them things. So I've learned to take a step back, and if you are really interested you'll be happy to pay a few pounds, euros, dollars, wherever the string might be going to, or any other currency, of course. But I do find that people are, once they have the string and stuff, you know, I get it, big brands always potentially more reliable, and our brain is kind of set up in that way to unfortunately work that way. Guys, I've got somebody at the door, probably to drop off some rackets. Bear with me, sorry for the delay. That was just a DPD delivering a racket that I ordered yesterday for a client, a badminton racket. Yep, we sell badminton rackets too. Just Yonex though. We have access to other brands, but all right, I won't carry on my my one ahead, or stringing one ahead or one in front. Don't have enough string. I have plenty of string in terms of finishing the racket, but yeah. Oh, someone's at the door again. Good exercise. About 30-40 stairs I have to go up and down. 3 flights of stairs. Tie up my knot. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Sorry for the bit of a rush, but I might as well get this over. That person, I'm not sure who's waiting downstairs, so I'll have a clear idea, well, a rough idea who it is. Someone with 4 more rackets. Bring it on. Gotta love it. Life keeps testing you. I did put my tension up, guys, just FYI. 15 to 20% on any type of finishing knots. There you have it, guys. Your racket should pop off really easy. There you go, nice and easy. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That is the Babolat E-Sense comp. Hopefully there's lots of valuable information there for you. Take care and happy stringing. Bye-bye.